The UFC has just signed another Dagestan prospect by the name of Sharuptadin Magomedov. Now, I might be pronouncing that first name wrong, but either way, it doesn't really matter. He is 11-0. This dude is a killer, and he's very interesting as well. You may notice that he's got something going on with his eye. He had to have it removed, and he only has one eye now. The surgery was not to the level of a Michael Bisping's. Like, that is very, very noticeable. It's like a blue eye, and I couldn't find anything on how it actually happened. But either way, that is pretty wild. And another thing that is also pretty wild is that he damn near killed a man. So this is Sharuptadin here. And just, I'll show it to you, and then I'll tell you the backstory. Boom. Absolutely socks this guy. And then look at this. Oh. Dude, that is unbelievable. So, Sharuptadin got into a scuffle with this guy, who is currently stomped out on the floor. He got into a scuffle with him inside of the mall, going down an escalator. There's a video of that as well. But this guy, I think, gives his girlfriend or wife like a subtle kiss on the forehead or something like that, or maybe on the lips. It was like, boop, it wasn't a full makeout session, nothing. And Sharuptadin is right behind them, and he takes offense to it because apparently in Dagestan or wherever they are, it's not appropriate to show affection in public or anything like that. Sharuptadin took huge offense to this. They got in a little scrap down as they both got to the bottom of the escalator, and then they separate, and then Sharuptadin waits for him outside of the mall and sucker punches him and then stomps his head in, which is absolutely unbelievable. He's not in prison. He went to prison for a little bit, but then he's out now. The guy could have died. Very well could have died from that. But hey, Dagestan, he's going to be a pro fighter, so we just kind of move on. In Makhachkala. Wow, that was brutal. In Makhachkala, there are unwritten rules. In Moscow, it is acceptable to show affection in public, but with us, it is not. If it was a tourist or a stranger, then you could just ask him to stop. I just wanted to tell him he was not behaving properly. He took it wrongly. It's also a matter of pride. He hit me. It was unexpected. My last blow was definitely not necessary. Yeah, you don't say. You stomped his head in. But either way, we're not here to talk about his legal troubles. We're here to talk about his fighting ability because he is looking like a very scary fighter. I know that it is blended in, but this was his last fight. The guy shoots a takedown immediately. Step back, lead knee. When have you ever seen a step back, lead knee as he's coming in? Knocks him out. He tries to walk it off. Has to follow it up a little bit. And he gets the job done. But these are like the ones in the ring, and sometimes they're like kickboxing gloves, and I don't know. Like, his record is kind of weird. But here we get into some of his for sure MMA fights, and he is a very good kicker. Very good lead leg side kick. Watch him throw this lead leg side kick here, and him having just thrown this lead leg side kick, he's gonna blend it and throw a hook kick right around the top and clip him right on the temple. Boom, lead leg hook kick, knockout. When do you see that? That is unreal. Watch this other angle. There's that side kick, hands low, and then he chambers it the same way, but this time his opponent trying to catch it. Boom, heel right across the temple and sleeps him. Very nasty by Sharuptadin. And then this was the one that went viral on Twitter. A little switch leg kick. He's very loose in there. He turns it into a side kick right to the body. Very slick. That side kick's very nice. A lot of people are comparing him to Zabit with the unorthodox kicks and techniques. Then watch this little sequence. Backing up in a straight line here a little bit, keeping his hands up. He gets to the cage, and then boom. I think that's an elbow. Like this, watch his left elbow. Boom. Just shuts this guy completely off. And then here, he steps on his chest to walk over him. So there's a little bit wrong with this Shahrukh Tadin. A little bit is off. And maybe that's what you need to become a great MMA fighter. But a little bit something extra. One eye. Look at this spinning back fist. This is very Zabit-like. Boom. Guy's wobbled. Big left hook. Just a very creative striker. He goes leg kick. His hands are down. He goes spinning back fist again. That is very fast. Turns it into the kick. I've always liked this spinning back kick into kicking. Sergey Morozov hit a really nice one against Silva de Andrade. He did this kick, and then he shot a double leg. It was sick. Is that switch kick? Still kind of raw, I would say. That's a serious leg kick. Buckles him. Goes to the head. And then knee beautifully timed up the middle. But very creative striking. Good kicks. Look at him just blast knees here. Boom, boom, boom. And these are some of the kickboxing ones. Like, look at this setup. Feint the right hand. Stepping in, switching stances. It also, maybe he thought a kick was coming because he lifts his lead leg. Because look how, it kind of looks like a right hand or maybe a front kick. But Shahrukh Tadin just steps in, goes a spinning back fist, and lands like kind of Beneil Dariush against Scott Holtzman. Where it like lands on the elbow type of area, puts him down heavy. But it's a beautiful setup. Boom. So yeah, a very creative striker on his way to the UFC, but with an interesting story with the one eye and almost killing a man over some PDA. Pretty wild. Of course the cultures are different in Russia, and from where I'm from, or America, they'll be different. But that is kind of wild to stomp a man's head in over some PDA. But yeah, either way, excited to see this guy make his debut. Like I said, he still looks a little bit raw. The Zabit comparisons are probably a little bit premature, but he's been knocking dudes out in violent ways. So let's see what he can do in the UFC. Thank you for watching if you made it to the end of the video, and peace.